Back during the dark ages of the 1990s, young Chris Miller stumbled upon an artifact that would become a lifelong obsession. Now, armed with a mind full of nostalgia and a basement full of comic books, Chris attempts to analyze the art and the artist that made him Comics Crazy. What's good, everybody? This is Chris Crazy House, and I'd like to welcome you all to this episode of Chris Crazy House Presents Comics Crazy. Back again like we never left, and we're going to kick this one off by looking at Hulk issue number 4. This is during the time of post-World War Hulk, and we got the Hulk kind of going back to his roots as, Banner changing into the monster. And he has a new monster to fight, and that is the Red Hulk. This is where we get our first appearances of the Red Hulk, and this is our first confrontation of the Red Hulk versus the original Hulk. We're going to have us some gamma grappling and some red-handed fisticuffs. And we're going to be analyzing the artwork and some of the story points, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. So we're going to get into this one, folks, and if you like this type of content, make sure you Hulk smash that like button, and if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. So let's get to the comic here. Hulk number 4, Red Hulk versus Green Hulk. It's going to be a gamma smash! All right, good people. Chris Crazy House here, and we're going to be going through the flip through of Hulk number 4. Now, I do not own a singular issue of Hulk number 4, so we are going to do the look through here with this collected edition of the Hulk. So let's flip through here, and we got, so this is the end of issue 3, and this is where we start off our Green Hulk, Red Hulk face-off. So I really love the way it's done here. This is a great way to get people salivating for the next issue. You got the Green Hulk finally appearing here and facing off against the Red Hulk, who has been tearing stuff up until this point and beating up everybody. So now we want to see the big fight between him and the original Hulk. So let's get to it. So here's the cover. Here was the cover that was for that issue. Very well done cover, by the way. Very well done cover. I love the way this looks. And what I like about the design of the way that McGuinness and Dexter Vines do this artwork is, you got the classic Hulk over here and the Red Hulk. They're kind of lined up, but you notice there are subtle differences, and that's where we see the differences in the Hulks themselves. So, obviously the Red Hulk, his eyes are always glowing. He's always giving off radiation. He has more veins in his body, like even in like the brow here, than the original Hulk. So just to see the differences of how they're facing off here, like Red Hulk almost kind of looks more like a demon based on his coloring and also just the way his eyes and stuff look. So let's peel it open and take a look inside at this face-off, this battle of the Titans here. And I love the way that this book starts off. This has to be one of my favorite comic book openings of all time because it's hilarious. And it starts off with Utu, the Watcher, doing his usual, right? Anytime there's a great epic event in the Marvel Universe, Utu, the Watcher, shows up and gives his little commentary. And, usually he's able to kind of just talk and tell you what's going on here and why he's watching these events. But not this time. Utu's giving his little monologue as always, and then all of a sudden you hear, hey, Red Hulk chin checks Utu, the Watcher, and tells him to shut the F up. This is hilarious. This is one of the funniest things I've seen in modern comics, in my opinion, because it's so, like, the reason I enjoy this telling of the story of the Red Hulk is kind of tongue in cheek. It's not to be taken too seriously, but it's a lot of action and a lot of fun. And stuff like this where you can harken back to the golden age of Marvel and kind of flip that type of situation on its head is always appreciated by a comic fan like myself. So Red Hulk knocking out Utu the Watcher is hilarious. I wish that we could see something like that in live action. I doubt we ever will, but seeing something like this in this context is amazing. So Red Hulk in an amazing splash page done by Ed McGuinness and Dexter Vines, showcasing him knocking out Utu the Watcher. And you see Utu kind of falling down there, his skirt flying up. And they actually managed to get like a dazed look on his face. Now that's difficult because his eyes are designed in a certain way to where he always kind of looks kind of serious. But the fact that he gets knocked unconscious like this and you can see the dazed look on his face looking like he just got in a UFC fight is hilarious. And the Red Hulk, to add insult to injury, jumps on his face and does even more damage. Now, if you are reading these issues sequentially, you would probably think like, what in the hell is going on? I thought that he's about to face off with the Green Hulk. And that finally does happen. After Red Hulk knocks out the Watcher, we finally get the Green Hulk to step in there. And he grabs him by the arm and starts pulling him back. Now, this is not an easy task. To have two extremely large characters like this fighting for a whole issue is not easy, but I believe the art team pulls it off very well. Okay, to where it's clear what's going on, and we get the power and the feel of these two titans going at it. So, at this time, it's Green Hulk who is not as smart as, the basic Savage Hulk at this time. And we know that the Red Hulk is actually very intelligent when he fights as well as with his strategies. Lots of great splash pages in this. Okay, so like I said, having two giant monsters fighting in your book like this, you want to make sure that you have those big action sequences and big splash pages to show off all the muscles and all of the power of these two going at it. So you got the Red Hulk here going in for a tackle and the Hulk kind of being taken off his feet. So very well done with the colors here as well. Like, there is some background work done here. It's very sparingly because, like I said, these two characters take up a lot of space. But I believe the colorist did a great job as far as conveying the motion and the action there to where, obviously our eye is focused on these characters, but we still get a little bit of the background and it's not clashing with the colors here, because these are some very bright colors, some very bright green and bright red colors going on here. We don't want to distract too much with a busy background. So as we can see, the Red Hulk takes down the Hulk and is choking him. And we can see that he's actually giving off some radiation behind him, because that's the angrier he gets, the more he gets uncontrollable, and the radiation just seems to blaze off of his body. And we see kind of like the classic Kirby crackles going off to showcase that radiation that's coming off of him. Good showcase of action here, to where, things are not being broken up by line panels like you would see here, but we have the action going back and forth, and it's flowing very well. I think this is actually pretty well done, considering that, you're not really seeing much background, and you're also, the characters themselves are filling each action sequence, right? Where you got the close-ups of their heads here, and then we switch on to the Hulk throwing a punch and another punch, and he's doing the best he can to beat the Red Hulk with every punch he has. First hitting with like the headbutt up here, right, left, and another left straight to the face. And that's when the Red Hulk stops him by grabbing his arm and showing the Hulk that it's not just about the brute strength. It's about the strategy and how to use that strength. So we see the setup here for what we're going to get on the next page. Red Hulk grabs his hand, spins around the Hulk's back and grabs it, and then puts the Hulk's arm behind his back. And we are going to get a great splash of the action here. Double splash page of the Red Hulk powering up. You can see the powering up in his eyes. And great splash page here done from a low angle, showing that the Hulk is getting his arm broken. So it's not just so much the Hulk getting put into a chokehold here. You know, this is not an easy shot to do, by the way. Not just from the fact that it's a low angle shot, but, you know, drawing extremely muscular characters, extremely large characters like this, doing these types of moves and, and actually having this much definition in their muscle, not easy at all. I've done shots like this, but I usually cut out on the muscular definition when I do it, because I'm usually drawing characters in a more cartoony way when I do this type of work. So the fact that they were able to get the musculature of these characters, really love this splash page. In fact, I think I've actually used this splash page as a background for my computer when it first came out. I copied the digital file and used that as the background for my desktop. Getting back to the Hulk waking up, and the first thing he sees is the Red Hulk standing over him with a gun. So we switched settings. They were out fighting out in the middle of the desert, but now they're in a very rainy setting. So the artwork and the art team did a very good job of, once again, thinking of settings and colors that would not clash with the green and the red. These are things that you have to consider when you're doing your own books and thinking of the primary colors of your main characters. Think of background settings and colors that you can use that do not clash with the main characters and don't take away from the action, but also they can kind of add to it. So having a rainy setting like this actually adds to the drama of what's going on. And we figure out where they are. They're actually on top of the Golden Gate Bridge. And this is actually a very interesting shot here, because you're kind of looking down at the bridge, so we know we're on top of one of the main struts of the bridge, and we're kind of coming down with the Red Hulk pointing a gun right in the mouth of the Green Hulk. This is actually a pretty good shot. Like, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this is actually not bad. This is actually pretty good. Like, not to say that I didn't like it before, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, just to make this artistic choice to put it this way is actually, you know, very interesting. In fact, it's a double splash page. I know it took a lot of work to do this and get the right perspective as far as, you know, like the cars, the bridge, and everything like that. So now Hulk does the most logical thing he could think to do and just bites the gun. So not even worried about getting shot in the mouth, the Hulk just bites down on the gun and crushes it and kicks the Red Hulk in his red nuts. Yes, this is where we're going with this type of action, folks. And I love it. I love it a lot. This is one of the funniest things I've seen, and it's well done as far as like the action goes. This is something you would expect more from, I would assume, like smaller characters in an action scene. Like a lot of the action that takes place is not what I would normally expect from the Hulk, but I think it works well in this case. So we see the lightning striking and the Red Hulk smashing down, knocking the Hulk over, and the Hulk falls all the way down off the bridge into the water. And the Red Hulk kind of claiming his supremacy, saying that no one can beat me, because he finally feels that he met his real competition, which is the original Hulk, and he's kind of flexing there on top of the bridge, the lightning going off in the background. But we find out it's not just regular lightning. Oh no. This is special lightning. This is that Asgardian lightning given off by the mighty Thor. And this is also when Thor was making his return to regular Marvel continuity. So his look is a little bit different. I actually like this look a lot. But, you know, in the next issue, that is where we get the Red Hulk facing off with Thor. And if you want me to do that, if anyone wants me to do a flip through and a review of that, go ahead and let me know in the comments section, and I will add it to season 2 of Comics Crazy. But as of right now, we will be moving on with some other books. And if you want to see more with the Red Hulk, I'm actually looking for a copy of The Avenging Spider-Man. So if I can find that, I might add that to the episode listing for season 2 of Comics Crazy. So that concludes our flip through of Hulk number 4, Red Hulk versus the Green Hulk. Really fun book. We got to have some laughs. We got to see some really good fights in here. Even got to see some gamma grappling. So I think we got a lot going on here with this book. And it's something that I enjoy because it's every once in a while you want a comic book that's not too serious. You want a comic book that you can just kind of, as you say, you just flip through, read, have a good time reading it, and you can put it down and go on to something else. And I think this definitely fits into that category with some of the more fun stories that you can do with a character like the Hulk. So once again, if you enjoy Comics Crazy, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. You can watch all the episodes from the very first season of Comics Crazy right here on my YouTube channel. And make sure you go ahead and like this video so that way other folks will be able to find us. And, you know, please always comment in the comments section. Let us know what you think of the review. Let us know what you think of the comic, if this is something very nostalgic for you or something that you enjoyed from either your childhood or your young adult years. Let us know in the comments section. Let us know what you think of maybe the artist or the writer. You know, it's all good, whatever you want to put down there. Just try not to be too rude to either the artist, the writers, or to the other people in the comments section. You know, as long as you have some decorum, if you want to make some jokes, that's fine. I love a good laugh. So let us know how you feel about all this in the comments section. I'd very much like to hear from you all. So make sure you show up for the next episode of Comics Crazy, and I will see you there. Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.